G'day everyone, Alex here from Extac Australia. Today I've got something, as you can see, a little bit different. So this is the Hibben small triple throwing knife set. So we've just got all three here, but what I'm going to do is take out just one. We don't really need all of them all at once to be looking at, so we're just going to be working with this one right now. So let's jump into some of the details. I'm going to be reviewing these knives and just talking about the application of them in general. So these are 7 inches overall, and the blade's around about, well, the cutting surface is around about 3.5 inches. Now, as you can see, this little throwing knife is a one-piece construction, which is something you should fully expect from a throwing knife. You do not want separate pieces creating a knife because it's just going to create a breaking point. They've got some lanyard holes cut into the knife as well. So if you're someone who's used to throwing with a little bit of grip, you have got that option to run some cord, some paracord, just whatever you like in general to add that to your knife, because if you get used to throwing a certain way, a lot of people like to stick to that way as well, even if they're buying different types of throwing knives from different brands. So you have got that option as well. It's also going to aid with the weight as well, because a good throwing knife, you want balance the whole way through. And obviously, this being the thickest and heaviest part, the weight is going to add to that, what you call equilibrium. So I've done a little bit of throwing with axes and throwing knives as well in the past. A knife like this will be quite difficult if you are brand new to throwing knives. One of the reasons is because it's actually quite small. So if you're looking for something with a more steeper learning curve, or just want to have a little bit more fun in general, then yeah, these smaller knives can be a little bit more difficult to throw than larger blades. One of the reasons is because if it's a larger blade, you can calculate the rotations a lot easier than with a lighter blade like this. But if you're up for the challenge, these knives will definitely give you a challenge for sure. So the actual blade shape itself is a Tanto, which is quite unique for throwing knives. They tend to be just straight up spear points. So once again, a little bit of stylization when it comes to this. It's most likely going to give the blade a little bit more tip strength as well because of the Tanto shape. Okay, so I wasn't going to leave you without showing you this cool leather sheath. So based on my experience with throwing knives, they tend to come in a case style sheath. So something similar to, say, glasses, but you would have the knives horizontally mounted in the sheath, a little bit bigger. This thing comes with a straight up knife sheath. It's a lot more compact. Now, one thing that I will mention about this sheath is that obviously it's leather, but this is a really snug fit. To say that this fits perfectly would be a disservice. It's actually quite difficult to put these things into the sheath comfortably. As you can see, they are quite firmly stuck in there. So over time, this will get a lot easier, and luckily, if you are putting your knives in the sheath, you're only really doing it twice when you're using a throwing knife. But it's just something I thought I would mention just so you know. So there it is, the Hibben small triple throwing knife set. If you're up for the challenge, this is a lot of fun to have, and it's very difficult to put these things down once you've started throwing. So looking for a little bit of fun, this is a way to go. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.